Welcome back to the sixth lecture in the lecture series of version control systems. In our last lecture, we discussed about pull requests, how to create pull requests, how to merge requests to the master branch of your Git. Today, we'll discuss about the need for deleting merged branches and the technique behind doing this. Okay, in the previous lecture, we discussed about pull requests and merging pull requests. So once your pull request is accepted by the version control manager or the project manager, then preserving that branch is not necessary. So the recommended procedure would be to delete all branches which are merged to the remote repository automatically or right after confirming whether they are merged. Okay, so today I will be showing you different techniques to check whether a given branch is merged or a given pull request is merged, and then whether we are eligible to delete our local branch or not. So before that, let's see how to check out to the main branch and then pull the latest updates on the remote repository. So for that, we simply do git checkout. Okay, assume we are in the previous repository called Software Engineering 1, which is a local repository we cloned from the remote repository. So inside Software Engineering 1, I just issue git checkout main. Main is my branch, my main branch in the local repository and also in the remote repository. So I'm already in the main branch. Then what I issue after this would be git pull. Okay, git pull is a command that lets you pull updates from the remote repository directly to your local repository. Okay, so when I pull updates on the remote repository, it shows me two lines have been added and two lines have been reduced from the previous version of this readme file in the local main branch. So this is how we pull updates from the remote repository every time we want to work on something. Because look, if you clone some snapshot of the remote repository today, and if you want to start working on it tomorrow, then there might be other programmer who raised pull request or created pull request and got accepted by the version controller, so that the remote repository state is new or updated in relation to the repository or the snapshot of the remote repositories that you have locally. So for that purpose, it's usually recommended to pull updates from your remote repository every time you want to work on your local repository, which is again cloned from the remote repository. So now we just did a simple pull. Then after pulling this repository, let's see what branch we have. We can use the git branch minus all command that we have seen in the previous lectures. So this shows you the local repositories and the remote repositories that we have at hand. So we do have local repositories Abebe HR and main, and remote repositories includes the main remote repository, the Abebe HR, this repository points to the head. This repository is the main repository, and also we do have another repository, Natnael login, that I created in the previous lectures. So what I wanted to check is that whether my pull requests are merged or not. So for that purpose, I use git branch command with special keyword merged. Okay, this shows me already merged branches in my local repository. Once you successfully merged your branch from the remote to the remote repository, then you have to delete that branch from the repository for the sake of efficient utilization of memory and to get rid of messes. So for that, let's use the tree view of the repository or branch. So here it shows you the Abebe HR is updated 38 minutes ago by some user, and it's merged to the main branch of this repository. So for that purpose, we don't need this repository anymore. Okay, so I just deleted ABBHR from the repository software engineering 1. Okay, so here I won't have another branch called ABBHR. So in order to reflect this one back to the local repository, I have to pull changes made in this repository. Okay, so I can do like git pull minus prune. So in this case, I want to be able to see both the local ABBHR and the remote tracking branch symbol for the ABBHR branch of the repository. So this is how you delete already merged branches for the sake of efficient memory utilization and to get rid of information overload in your repositories. That's all about Git, branching and deleting Gits. In the next session, we will see some advanced concepts of version control, like manipulating histories, manipulating local changes, and configuring various types of pages.